Now, the most popular solution we do hear about is asking family and friends. But there are some people in this world, in this country, that do not have family. There are some people that even their family are not financially upright, talk less of, assisting you in whatever business idea you have. And the worst part is that there are even some people that have family that are financially upright, but when you pitch your business ideas to them, they are not willing to help. I mean, when you pitch your business idea to them, no matter how reasonable it seems or looks, they will just rubbish the idea instead of encouraging you or instead of supporting you with the little they have. These people that do not have family and friends to support them, what should they do? If every time we ask ourselves, how can I raise money to start this business? And the first solution that is said is family and friends. Some people did not even have friends at all. It's not because they are antisocial, but just because of one reason or the other, they just don't have friends. So, how can you raise capital for your business that people ask you how you did it? Now, before I go into mentioning 3 valid ways in which you can use to raise capital for your business, whatever amount it may seem, I am going to give you this clue. That is, you need to ask yourself these 3 questions before you go ahead and, venture into these 3 key things I'm about to mention. I mean, 3 ways you can use to raise capital for your business. You should ask yourself these 3 questions if you don't want to blame yourself at the end of the day. The first question you should ask yourself, yes, you, is that should you even raise money in the first place? Like, the business you want to venture into, is it necessary? Do you necessarily need to raise money for this business in the first place? Or you just think, I need to raise money for this business because people are doing so? The reason why you should ask yourself this question is that no matter how sweet it may seem that, oh, I need investors for my business, do you know investors have their own percentage they are going to take from your business when they eventually borrow you money? And if your business does not do well, what will be the end? So, example of the 2 things I find out, like there are more of them, but I'm just going to use 2 examples in this video. Example of the 2 things you can do that does not require money. That is me telling you, is not even every businesses that requires money to start. Some just require little capital, little to zero capital. Example of it is e-commerce. Thank God we are in the social media era where people can easily create awareness about their business even through their phone, as far as you have your phone and you have internet connection. And with the means of social media, example is TikTok, example is Instagram, you can easily create awareness about your brand free of charge. If you want to make adverts, definitely you are going to need money, but at the first instance, you do not need money. You can generate customers organically. Organically means you don't need to pay a dime before you get these customers. All you need to do is just maybe make a video about it, make a post about your business, be consistent, and with time people will know about whatever thing you are selling. Okay, in e-commerce, let's say you are selling this kind of unique slippers made from Japan or Turkey. Okay, Turkey is known for producing quality brands, and you want to create awareness. You want people to know about your business. Okay, maybe you feel like, oh, I need to make adverts because I want it to reach a larger audience. You want it to reach a larger audience. And who told you that if you make videos about your product on TikTok, it won't go viral? Have you even started at all? So those are the questions you should ask. The second thing I want to mention is providing services. Let's say you want to venture into producing paints. Yes, producing paint. You have the knowledge on how to produce paint, then you want to venture into it. But what first comes to your mind is to go large. You did not think of going small. Now, if you think of starting small, have you ever thought about it that why not learn about the skill? Painting is not a kind of skill that is very, very hard to do. I mean, if you are a very creative person, it's something you can even learn on your own. Now, if you learn this skill and you are very sure of yourself and that you can use this knowledge to provide services for people. Now, if you go out there and start providing services for people, and if you're even scared about getting customers, you can also get customers through the social media platforms I just mentioned, of course. So if you start going out there providing services for people, then you, as a professional painter, you charge per room, maybe per room, according to how big the house looks or whatever. Then you start saving that money. You start collecting work, you start painting for people, you start saving that money. At the end of the day, the money you saved from providing these services, you can use it to establish yourself. I mean, starting small. And from starting small, you can, eventually grow bigger. Now, the second question is that, assuming you are unable to get this money, before you came across this video, let's say you have this idea already, this unique idea, this beautiful and outstanding idea, but part of the plan you made is that you need 5 million naira for this business. If you are unable to get this money, how exactly can you make this business work? Instead of throwing that unique, beautiful, outstanding idea into the waste bin. And the third paramount question you need to ask yourself is that, how will this money be used? Let's say you are fortunate. Let's say you are lucky. Let's say you are just fortunate and you were able to get this money. How will this money be used? Are you really certain that the risk level of this business is actually minimal, and you are certain that you can make judicious use of the money you collected from whatever source you collected it from, and it will not even end up putting you into trouble instead of assisting you? Good. After asking yourself this three questions, what's next? Now let's proceed into the 3 ways you can use to raise capital for your business that people ask you, how did you do it? How the fuck did you get this done? Now, the first thing on the list I'm going to mention right now are angel investors. Who is an angel investor, or who are angel investors? Angel investor is an individual or group of individuals that invest in business or businesses. It can be a startup and it can be an already existing business. Usually for an exchange of ownership equity, it can be 10%, it can be 15%, and it can be 20%. Now, if you stay with me till the end of this video, I'm going to be mentioning the popular people, like popular angel investors that does reality TV show, and they actually invest into people's ideas with whatever percentage they want to collect at the end of the day. Now, what are business equity? Business equity that you are going to be returning to the investors at the agreed date, maybe annually or in 6 months or in 2 years, whatever agreement you have with your investor. Let's say you have an agreement with your investor for 12 months, which is a year, and you had an agreement with your investor that you're going to be giving him a 15% equity. That means at the end of that year, whatever thing that the company is worth at the end of the year, whatever amount that the company is worth at the end of the year, you are going to be giving this investor 15% of whatever it is worth, after paying your debt, after paying whatever debts you have on ground. Now, mathematically or economically, equity is equal to total asset minus total liability. That is the total asset you have on ground. It can be physically, it can be in bank or whatever, minus total liability. When you have subtracted your total assets minus your total liability, the remaining amount that is remaining is your company's equity. And from that total equity that your company has, your investor is going to be collecting whatever percentage you have in the previous agreement before he invested in your idea. Now there is this program, this popular, I don't know how popular it is, but there is this reality TV show called The Lion's Den. This reality TV show, as the name implies, is a live show. It is a reality show in which you'll be coming live into the program. If you don't know about the program, it is called The Lion's Den. You can browse it on YouTube, and it will bring varieties of videos that this program has uploaded. So it is a live program in which you, as an entrepreneur, you'll be faced live by these investors. I think there are 4 or 5. Yeah, they have one lady among them. So you'll be pitching your ideas to them live. This is what my business is about. This is what my business will be worth in the next 6 to 12 months. This is the amount of equity I am willing to give you. And they will ask you varieties of questions, because these investors are human too. Who wants to take a loss while investing in someone? And you need to ask yourself before you go to this program that if you are the angel investor, would you invest in yourself with that idea that you are bringing? Would you want to invest in yourself? Because of course, everybody wants to make profit, and the equity they are getting at the end of the day is a profit to them. So if your business is not convincing enough, if your business is not certain that it's going to do well at that particular period that you mentioned, they would not invest into you. But if you strategize very well, even if your idea is common, if you bring it in a unique way, if you present it in a unique way, and you tell them what the company will be worth in so months or so years, you were able to convince this set of people, then you are good, because they are willing to give you. I have watched a video that they literally gave one guy like that, I think 50 million or so. Yeah, they are willing to give out that much amount of money depending on how convincing your idea is to them. So you, as an entrepreneur, if you participate in this program, and you eventually won, it's just a wow. It is a wow. So that is one of the points I wanted to mention. Angel investor, they are one of the ways you can use to raise capital for your business. Imagine you just got 20 million. Won't people ask you that, how did you do it? They would ask you. The second thing is, let's come to a lower level, because there are some people that they will say, me, I don't need up to 20 million, please just give me 2 million. I mean, even if it is 1 million, well, it's okay. So let's come to lower level. Now, the second thing is credit and savings association. We call it, Yoruba people call it ajo, and Igbo people call it esusu. So there are some people that they will tell you if you can bring so amounts every three days, every 5 days, maybe 5,000 naira. If you can contribute 5,000 naira every 3 days, if you can contribute 10,000 naira every three days, then at the end of the month you'll be able to collect 500,000 naira. Okay, let's say there is this contribution that you are invited to, and they told you that if you can contribute 10,000 naira every week, there are 10 people that are willing to participate in this contribution. If you are willing to contribute 10,000 naira every week, that means at the end of the month you'll be getting 400,000 naira. That is, when 10 people contributed 10,000 naira every week, and we have 4 weeks in the month, that will amount to 400,000 naira at the end of the month. And this business idea that you have, you do not need millions of capital to get started. You just need like 300,000 naira or 400,000 naira to start this business. Then at the end of the month, when it is your time to collect the contribution, you just collect the 400,000 naira and go and start your business. Then you will know that every week you are going to be returning 10,000 naira at your own convenience. So that is what credit and savings association is all about. Now the third thing is your own personal savings. I have had quite few experiences. They will tell me that as I am like this, if you beat me, you cannot see 5,000 naira to remove in my account. What if there is an emergency? I don't advise anybody in this life to not have at least little capital in their savings, not because you have it, but just to save, for whatever things that may occur. There are some things that can even be emergency, that you will call people that, oh, Lagbaja, please, do you have, can I see so amount? And they'll say they don't have. But if you have saved, even if you don't have the complete money, at least, you have part of it, so that whenever you are calling people, please, I need so amount, but I have so amount, I just need this so amount to complete that money that I need. It's not that you say, I need so amount. They will ask you that, okay, how much have you seen? It will be convincing to assist you that, oh, he has tried, he has seen so amount, let me just give him. Now, some people don't master the act of savings. Not because they don't have. There are two categories of people. Some people is not because they don't have the money, but just because they are not used to saving. They are not used to it. Whenever they save money, it will look like they are going to die. When they don't like seeing money in their account, that this money is breathing in my account. This 5,000 naira is in my account. I'm not doing anything with it. Whenever they go to the supermarket and they see Shibita, well, I cannot die. Let me just buy it. I'll see another one. Small, the money is reducing like that. Some people just don't know how to save. I'll say it again, not because they don't have, but because they just don't know how to save. They don't like seeing money in their accounts. Anytime the money is dropping, it is being spent immediately. And there are some sets of people that they will have loved to save, but they believe they cannot, due to the fact that they believe they are not capable. But I'll tell you that no matter how little you are earning, you can still save. Saving does not mean, saving a large amount of money. If you are earning 40,000 naira, save 2,000. It is part of it. If you are earning 40,000 naira, save 4,000 naira for that month. It is part of it. Just save it. Don't touch it. Just save it. Don't touch it. Like, I used to say is that if you are determined that you want to do something, no matter how beautiful that thing is that you want to buy, that you see in the market, but because you have determination that, no, I'm saving this money for some reason, you would not touch it. So your personal savings, though it may not be enough, depending on the amount of capital you needed for that business. Let's say you needed 500,000 naira, and over 2 years, you were able to save 200,000 naira magically. Just as an example, you were able to raise 200,000 naira, remaining 300,000 naira. Whenever you want to ask people for help, then you can now go to that family and friends option. That's why I did not put it as the first point. Now you can now go to family and friends. Oh, Mr. So, please, I have this business idea, and it has been in my head for over a year now, and I've tried as much as possible to save, and out of this amount, out of this 200,000 naira, I have been able to save 50,000 naira. Please assist me with whatever thing you have. That person hearing that, it is convincing, like compared to when you said, I need 200,000 naira and I have not seen 5 naira out of it. It sounds somehow. I'm not saying you are not going to see help, but it will be convincing. Like, it will make people eager to want to help you, because they will know that, oh, this person is serious, and at least this business he wants to venture into, his or her own capital is part of it. So those are the 3 points I was able to gather, I was able to brainstorm about, that will help you to raise money for your business. I hope I've been able to provide, if not much value, at least little value in this video. So in order to benefit more from my video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video. Alright, see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.